am not liking the facial hair. It's not growing in pretty well. I don't have the genetics for it. Neither my dad or my mom has a beard. So I just got out the shower. I'm actually very hungry right now. I'm about to eat my first meal of the day. Today, like you guys saw in the title, we are going to be reacting to stoppages, which many people thought were controversial and many others thought not, thought it was actually in the right. We'll see. We'll break it down. We'll talk about it. We're talking about the Cruz fight, Cruz versus Cejudo fight, and we're talking about the Tony Ferguson versus Gaethje fight. And so, yeah, I'm about to do my stuff. Got to get my stuff going. Got to get my day going. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so let's talk about these stoppages, right? So the two stoppages I really want to talk about is Gaethje and Ferguson and Cruz and Cejudo. I forgot for a moment. Let's talk about these two fights. Now these two stoppages could have been very controversial. So let's talk about why they were controversial and why this happens sometimes, you know. So you guys can look forward, if you compete and stuff like that, you can look forward to why certain stoppages could happen. Maybe you were in the wrong, maybe you were in the right and stuff like that. So let's figure this out together. Okay, so first of all, this is like the last minute of the fight, and basically Ferguson is taking so much punishment at this point. I have never seen Ferguson take this kind of punishment ever before. Now he could have probably taken it, he's a fighter, and he could have probably found the way to surprise Gaethje on some type of counter and really turn the fight. However, they're in their 5th round at this moment, and it's not looking good for Ferguson. His face is messed up. His shins are bleeding. He's really messed up. He spits at this moment, and bam! That's when that final jab just comes in. Really shows that one simple little jab gave a lot of damage. Now, what does that show? That shows that his mind, his brain, his body is not taking more damage, and he is at a risky moment. So, you know, tell me what your verdict is. Go ahead and pause, comment. What is your verdict? Bad stoppage or good stoppage? I really want to know what you guys think. Let's go on to this next fight. Cruz and Cejudo. Great fight. I didn't feel like Cruz was there 100%. Boom! That knee right there just really... It rocked him, okay? But if you notice that Cruz's footwork is really risky, you can really catch him off balance, and it's not the first time that he got caught off balance. And I feel like that little push is what really rocked him, or really pushed him, threw him on the ground. Like you saw him right now just fly towards the ground, and he's obviously not happy about the stoppage. But he was taking so much punishment from the moment that he landed on the floor to when the referee stopped it. I mean, what can you do in that moment? If you cover up, you tell the referee, hey, I give up, right? If you don't cover up, you're not defending yourself intelligently, you can't really know what's going on at that moment. But the main thing is that Cruz was not defending himself enough from point A from point B. From point A being that he got thrown on the floor. Point B from which is when the referee stopped the fight. So now my final verdict on this fight. Yes, it was a good stoppage. Arguably, because you can obviously see he was standing up, but he could have done a little bit more to scramble and to defend himself, and he did it. So the referee might have saw just a bunch of punches, pop, 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 and it said that's enough, right? We're not going to let our champion go out like this, okay? Now, the Ferguson and Gaethje fight. the verdict on this fight for me would be yes, bad stoppage. Because first of all, Ferguson is a fighter. He's a champion. He's obviously champion material. But the fact that he was still on his feet really says something, because he was not out. Now, a fighter like him would prefer to go to sleep than to have the fight stop at a TKO, and that's not great. You know, that's not fun. That's not good for the fighter. But I say it was a bad stoppage because he was still on his feet. Now, how much more damage should he have taken just because he's a good fighter? Obviously, he had taken enough damage to where a left hand, Gaethje's left hand, a jab, which is not the strongest in his arsenal, rocked him in the way that it did, and he seemed disorientated in that moment. So maybe that is what Dean saw, but he was still on his feet, and I'm going to say that was a bad stoppage. So tell me what you guys think. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me how right I am. Tell me what you really think in the comments. This was my verdict on these two fights. And bro, let me know about that Cowboy and Pettis fight. Who won for you guys? I really feel like Cowboy won. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really feel like we are really advancing. We're getting more views, we're getting more likes, we're getting more subscribers every time that we upload. And so let's keep growing. Let's keep making this happen. You guys stay up. Always keep it low.